guys, Olga is today with you, and I think it's time to speak with you about restaurants, because all guys who come to Ukraine, they deal with restaurants because you need something to eat. So sometimes I notice that a lot of foreigners are a little bit confused with Ukrainian system in restaurants. So today I want to give you some tips how to understand it better. So let's start from menu. Is menu in English or in Ukrainian? If you will go to any city, not capital in Ukraine, most likely menu will be only in Ukrainian language, because actually we don't have a lot of foreigners in Ukraine and they are not very often visit cities, so people just don't care to make English menu. So you need to be ready for that. If you come to Kiev, in Kiev, if you will see from TripAdvisor top 20 restaurants, for example, they for sure have English menu, for sure. And also if you will visit any restaurants in the downtown, especially in the main street, I see that they all have English menu, and all the waiters speak English at least a little bit, enough for understanding. So you don't need to be scared that you will not be able to order food in restaurant because nobody speaks English. No, most of restaurants in Kiev in downtown, they are very English oriented and foreigners oriented, let's say like that, so you will not have any problem. Then when you open menu, you can see two different features, and a lot of people don't understand what does it mean. So the first one from the left, it's weight of dish. Most of Americans don't understand why you need to know the weight of a dish, because in States sometimes they mention calories but never weight of dish. In Ukraine, I don't know why we have this weight of dish, but anyway you can understand that if this is 100 milligrams, it's 100 grams, it's something small. If it's 200, it's normal. If this is, they mentioned 300, it means it's a really big dish. This is tips which I can give you. But in reality, just you need to know if you order, for example, fish, or if you order meat, you need to know this, if they will give you a small piece or they will give you a big piece. This is why they mentioned the weight of every dish. Another feature in menu from the right side, it's prices. The prices of dish, so you can know, but you need to be careful. If you see fish or meat, most of the time they mention per 100 grams, but when they will give you some steak, it will be not 100 grams, it can be bigger, so they will charge you according to this number. What about prices in restaurants? A lot of people ask me how much you can spend. It really depends so much. So Ukraine, of course, is very different. You can spend $5, even less, just to eat something, or you can spend actually even $100 to eat something. It all depends first what you order. For example, fish, meat, fish especially is always expensive because we don't have our own fish. We all imported everything, so of course fish products, seafood is very expensive in Ukraine. Meats can be, I think meats will have normal prices, but also you need to be careful when you order something. As I noticed, a lot of people love to say, and please add lemon, or add this one. So you need to understand that everything what they add, they charge for this extra, so you need to be ready, so you will pay more. Another tip is water in restaurant. A lot of people are accustomed that when you come to restaurant you can ask just water from tap, and this is free. In Ukraine we don't have free water, and actually nobody will give you water from tap. We have just mineral water, so when you will ask some water, they will bring you water in bottle, and they will charge you for this, and they will charge you a lot, even more than you will buy this just in shopping center. So also you need to be ready for that. What about tips? Tips in restaurant is acceptable, but it's not required. So you can give tips, you cannot give tips. If you like services, you can give tips. If you don't like service, you don't need to give any tips. You just can pay enough money. And again, tips we give in restaurants only where you have the waiters. If you just come, pay on the cash desk and take food, you don't need to pay any tips. Which tips is acceptable? Acceptable is 10%. It's really nice tips to give for waiters. You don't need to give 15 or 20, it's too much. And sometimes if you don't order so much, So it's not expensive food at all. So for example, your bill is 28, so you can give 30, or bill is like 57, so you can give 60. So you don't need to count exactly 10%. No, you just can give a little bit more, so have the normal amount. So this is the most important tips which I can give you. What about vegetarian food? A lot of people ask about that. Vegetarian food is very popular in Ukraine, not so much, but it's not hard to find vegetarian restaurants, and even if this is normal restaurants, you can ask just which vegetarian type of food you have, and they will give you. So it's not a problem if you don't eat meat, or even if you are really vegan, so you don't eat any animal products. You can find this kind of restaurants as well, almost in every city, even not in capital, but you can find vegetarian cafe, because it became very, very fashionable the last few years. What about halal food? In Kiev we have, I think, enough restaurants, so you even will have choice, because only in the main street I found 3 halal restaurants, and also around downtown we also have some of them. So again, people who want to eat halal food, you can find this in Ukraine, in Kiev as well. In other cities, honestly, I don't think so. In my native city, we for sure don't have it, but maybe in some big cities, or where this community is really big, so maybe you can find also some halal restaurants. I think it was all tips which I want to give you about restaurants. Actually, you know that Ukrainian food is very delicious, and you will like for sure, so you need to try something. I will just make another video about traditional Ukrainian food again, which you can try in restaurants. But in general, all guys who visit Ukraine, they all said that Ukrainian food is very delicious, Ukrainian food is very tasty, and actually our products is natural, so you need to understand that we have natural, almost organic vegetables, organic meat, and everything is so nice and so tasty. And in general, prices in restaurants are not expensive, but our restaurants has great interiors and great service, and really I visited already so many countries, and I need to say that our restaurants are not worse for sure than others, and even better. So guys, come to Ukraine. I wish you have a good time here, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and press the button like. Okay, waiting for your comments. Bye.